Atomic bombings on a lively city and a trading harbor, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 2 nuclear weapons were detonated over the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on 6th and 9th August 1945, respectively. Before bombings, Hiroshima was a political and an economic center of the Chugoku region and a distribution hub. It was also renowned in Japan for prestigious educational institutions and militarily powerful city. On the other hand, Nagasaki was one of the busy trading ports. The city turned into shipbuilding center from just a trading port, along with Japanese modernization and progressive development. Detonation of Little Boy and Fat Man and consequences. Gun-type uranium bomb Little Boy detonated on Hiroshima and implosion-type plutonium bomb Fat Man detonated on Nagasaki. Their explosives power approximately 16 kilotons and 21 kilotons respectively. The synergistic effects of blast, heat, fire, and radiation indiscriminately and instantaneously brought about massive destruction and death. Though radiation is odorless and invisible, but it penetrates deep into the body and damages cells, causing serious injury to internal organs. As a result, the victims fell ill a few months or years later and died. Rebirth of cities and an appeal to the world. Hiroshima and Nagasaki started to recover with support from internal sources and foreign countries. Blast survivors started to recover from shocks and refreshed struggle for a new life. In 1949, 2 acts passed to reconstruct Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The intense determination and perseverance of the people make their cities affluent today through overcoming the shocks of atomic bomb of the past. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, from their dreadful experience, drew the world's attention to the nuclear weapons in human nature and called for the abolition of such for a peaceful world. An aspiring story, Sadako Sasaki. Sadako Sasaki was only 2 years old during the atomic bomb explosion at Hiroshima. Her house was 1.6 kilometers from the hypocenter. Miraculously, she has grown up normally whereas many of her neighbors died affected by the radiation of the atomic bomb. Fear comes true after she got sick when she was in the 6th grade of an elementary school in 1955 and admitted to hospital in February of the following year. Doctors confirmed she had blood cancer after conducting several medical tests of her. Several people of Hiroshima, along with children, were suffering from this disease, and it was called diseases caused by atomic bombing. There is a tale in Japan that folding 1,000 origami cranes would fulfill the wish. Sadako got courage hearing this and began to fold cranes to offer to God. She felt good and happy after folding 500 cranes. Doctors said she could go home for a few days. However, at home, she felt unwell and returned to the hospital. Unfortunately, her wish did not come true. On 25th October 1955, her short life ended after fighting this terrible disease for 8 months. She folded 644 cranes till her death. Her tragic death impassioned the school students of Japan. On behalf of Sadako, they folded 1,000 origami cranes. They played a major role to establish a statue on 5th May 1958 for commemorating Sadako and other children who died from the atomic bomb at Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. Holding the golden crane in her outstretched hand, the statue of Sadako is standing on the pedestal of granite stone. The words are engraved below. These are our voices, these are our appeals, wish peace upon the world. Every year, the jubilant participation of school students in observance of Hiroshima Day at Liberation War Museum premises makes an mesmerizing environment. They make the white storks and hang them at different points of the museum. From 2018, Liberation War Museum and Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum jointly organize programs to observe the day. All the academic institutions are closed due to COVID-19 pandemic in this year. Alike, the door of the museum is closed, but our windows are open. Consequently, we are observing the day on online platform. The school students are making paper cranes at their home and hanging them on the walls of their study room and balcony. They do this in the memory of Sadako Sasaki, a victim of nuclear radiation and of her unfulfilled dream. Photographer Nawazish Ahmed's visit to Hiroshima. Dr. Nawazish Ahmed, 1935-2009. Nawazish Ahmed, senior agriculture scientist of Bangladesh, was also an environmentalist, writer, social activist, and photographer. He was a great patron of the Liberation War Museum. He served as an advisor of the FAO in Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam for a long time. This peace-loving man went to Hiroshima on 6th August to photograph the observance of Hiroshima Day. He donated a set of photos to the Liberation War Museum. He died in 2009. Hiroshima Day at the time of pandemic, from disaster to a new future. The world is in a disarray due to COVID-19 pandemic. We are all confined at our home, and the school colleges are closed. We're looking for alternatives to continue our essential work. In this crisis, we are in isolation but not separated. One is trying to stand by the other. On the Hiroshima Day, the children of Bangladesh are extending their hand to the world. They're making paper cranes in memory of Sadako Sasaki and all the children who lost their life at an early age, thereby expressing the unfulfilled dream. Let peace prevail at every home. Let white storks fly high on the sky.